What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. So today I took a trade on the YM, and as usual I did the pre-market analysis for the last, I think this week, the all of the draw on liquidities that I had was met, and I did the pre-market analysis. At least I remember the last 3 days of the week, including today, which was the I gave you guys the perfect bias, the exact entry point, and it played as I told you guys. So I'm gonna play the video for some of you guys who have not seen it. I do that every single day before the market open. I go over the chart, giving my bias, my entry point, and then I trade based on that. So I'm gonna show you guys the video first, the pre-market analysis, and then I'm going to go over the trade recap and how I got the entry. All right, I'm gonna play it for you guys. Any signs of slowing down, then we're going to have a new gap, which is this one. So when the market opens, this is what one of the things going to happen. We're going to tap into this gap or get a SMT and continue higher on the YM, or same thing for NQ. Either we're going to tap into the order block and then continue higher, or into this new gap that is forming. So it is a pretty straightforward day, and I would also consider this to be my first target. This is a valid range, and if you want to target, so that was the pre-market analysis. Now we're going to go over the charts and see if that is what happened. Now, when you watch the pre-market analysis, I told you guys that it is a pretty straightforward day. I'm not going to look for any shorts. Now look at that. When you have that much of conviction in a bias for you guys, then only thing you need to do is, like, when you don't have the correct bias, you are going to see, if you, let's say if today you had the wrong bias, like we're looking for bearish, you would see a lot of PD arrays showing the conditions for going shorts. But when you are confident, when you have the higher time frame bias, you are going to filter the PD arrays that's showing you going for shorts. So that is why when you go and watch my pre-market analysis every day, then you're going to look for the PD arrays that supports the price for going to the higher side. And that is what happened today. Now we were looking for buy side prices, and the target was this all-time high on the NQ or on the YM, and I said I was looking for pretty much straightforward up to these highs, no more, not shorts at all. And the reason was, look at these daily candles, all of them closed very strongly bullish, and we had this strong liquidity open, so it had to go there. Now when we were looking at the 4-hour time frame, let's focus on the YM. So the day opens here. Day opens here. We move up straightforward right from here, and then at the 6 a.m. we have this SMT. We have a drop down. When we get this SMT at the 4-hour time frame, that confirms the low of the day. Now, as I said, all we needed was to frame ourselves within, but not this one, within the current candle, which is 6 a.m. But if this closes as such as that, and then we have a PD arrays inside this candle, around 50% of this candle, which we do something like here. So we come back here, tap into the PD array, and then continue going higher. Now I was looking at the 30-minute time frame at the same time, and this is the gap I told you guys. I said we had this gap and this gap. I said one of them is going to create the SMT. I even predicted the SMT on one of these. I said either we're going to get SMT here, or tap into the gap. So we got the SMT with this one. As you can see here, NQ taps into that or sweeps this low, same low on the where is it? Here, as you can see here, same low here. Let's put this here. So we sweep this low, but we don't do it on the ES, so that is the SMT. Now, once we get this, this happens by the way at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. opens low first, tapping into this gap and also creating the SMT. But as you can see, this candle is not a very nice candle that I want to trade. And as you can see, the next candle is the one that closes. And as you can see, there is also a strength switch. What is the strength switch here? So this candle, the C2, let me actually remove the next candle. Now look at this. This asset here, YM, is the one that is stronger, meaning it did not sweep the low and it is strong for going to the buy side. However, when NQ, as you can see, it is the weaker asset for going shorts. But as you can see, the C2 closes as bullish here and bearish here. So that is the strength switch. The stronger asset becomes weak. The weaker assets become strong. But I still went with the YM because of how much of a clear structure we had. And one of the other reasons was we already took out this high at the market open. The next draw would have been this, which was too close already, so I did not go with the NQ. If you, some of you guys wondering why I went with the YM, that was the reason, because we had a very nicer and more range to trade on the YM and the small range on the NQ. So after we get this C2 closure as a PSP, I drop down to the lower time frame, and then I'm waiting for a order block. So we play these candles. As you can see, we get another drop. This is where the C3 opens. Once we get the the close above the SMT, and as you can have seen, guys, in the recent price actions, when the NQ or when the YM closes a very strong candle at the same time that we get the order block, that is a signature that maybe it is not coming back here to tap into this. So that was the reason I had a positional entry right from here, but my stop loss right here targeting this high. So let's play the price action. As you can see, we have some expansion and then we get a lot of consolidation. And around this time, I just left my target around here and put my, I did not move my stop loss actually because of a lot of consolidation. And then I left the chart. And when I came back, I see that we have a lot of consolidation retracement, and then boom, we get to the target. Very simple and straightforward trade. So yeah, that was the today's trade, you guys. And as you can see for the NQ as well, same thing happened. However, the first target that I told you guys was this that got hit with the market open, and then after this, obviously, we're going to target the new high, which would be this high. So if some of you traded that, that is also fine, but the best asset would have been the YM. If you like the video and learned something, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and also check out the pre-market analysis every day before the market opens, so you have my bias and entry point every single day. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.